You may begin.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Alcohol has had a huge impact on my life. Personally, I don't drink, but I have felt its effects through family members. Alcohol affecting them directly has also affected me, even though I don't drink. I remember being young and sitting and watching my family members sleep because I was so scared that they would choke on their own vomit and kill themselves in their sleep. I witnessed my cousins watch their father drink himself to death. And there are times I wish I had never walked into the hospital room because the last memories I have of my uncle will always be bad. He was one of my pictures didn't show up. That's him right there. The older pictures. He passed away a while ago. Alcohol addiction is a sickness and should be treated as so. It's also really prevalent in Native American communities. According to an article titled Risks of Alcohol Among Native Americans, the rate of alcohol use in Native Americans was 54.3% higher than any other ethnic group in 2022. 54% higher than any other ethnic group. The same article also states that 1 in 6 Native American adolescents engage in underage drinking, the highest rate of alcohol use in any other racial/ethnic groups. It's 1 in 6. 1 in 6 of our youth. Partying and drinking has never been my thing. I never found it fun. I seen how alcohol makes people act, how it makes them kind of, not themselves. So, my friends would often call me boring and shade me for not wanting to drink with them or go party all night. But can you imagine that? Being 16 years old and getting shamed by your peers for not wanting to drink? It sucked. I felt like an outsider. And to be completely honest, I was scared because alcoholism runs in my family. So I just chosen to never pick up the bottle because I'm scared I'll get addicted. Like I said, alcoholism runs in my family. My brother took his life while he was drunk. It's Malachi right there. Malachi was the happiest guy I've ever met, and he had a lot of things going for him in his life. And although I didn't lose him to alcohol per se, he was drunk when he took his life. And I truly believe that if he didn't pick up the bottle that night, I would still have my brother here. Although many people use alcohol as a pick-me-up, alcohol is actually a depressant. While there is a common misunderstanding, depressants don't actually make you feel sad. They make you feel quite good. It's called a depressant because it depresses the central nervous system. And according to an article titled, Why is Alcohol Called a Depressant? When using CNS depressants, a reduction in brain activity and awareness occurs by blocking messages from the nerve receptors to the brain. This slowdown and block change a person's judgments, perceptions, movements, emotions, and senses. You aren't you when you're drunk, essentially. Alcohol takes a huge toll on your relationships. Whether it's romantic, platonic, or even a regular friendship, it can create problems such as deception, mistrust, abuse, and financial troubles. Alcohol can also cause a problem in the stability, commitment, affection, and respect of relationships. If one person in the relationship chooses to go out and drink rather than be around or go do things with their significant other, this can cause an issue. Without stability and a good foundation, relationships suffer and become uncomfortable. While under the influence, a person can lose sight of what they care about and make poor choices. When a person is drunk, they likely won't want to be affectionate. Alcoholism has also been linked to violent crimes, including abuse. According to an article titled How Alcohol Abuse Can Affect Romantic Relationships, alcoholism is linked to codependency in relationships as well as abusive behavior, both verbally and physically. Deterioration in married or unmarried couples often stems from arguments, financial troubles, and acts of infidelity or worse, domestic violence. There's a lot of research showing how alcohol can affect your relationships, but it can also cause problems with your health too. Some short-term issues include injuries, violence, alcohol poisoning, and even miscarriage. Some long-term problems include high blood pressure, heart disease, liver disease, cancer, poor immune system, depression, anxiety, and addiction. My uncle is an addict. Last year, I actually watched this man binge drink for 3 months straight. I loved him like a second dad. He's always been there for me, or I love him like a second dad. Unfortunately, him and a lot of my family didn't think he had a problem. I knew he did though, because my uncle had severe OCD. His house was always clean. He was a workaholic. He loved working. And when he went on this 3-month binge, I would walk over to his house every other day and check on him, and his house would be a mess. He also wrecked his brand new truck that he had saved years for, and he was also blowing all his money that he had saved up on useless things and alcohol. This kind of showed me that alcohol kind of makes you forget who you are and what you care about. And himself and everyone realized he needed help when he actually started to turn yellow. His eyes were yellow, he was the color of Mountain Dew, and that's when people finally start taking him serious. I cried and I prayed so hard that Creator wouldn't take my uncle so young. That's his brother right there. Actually, his brother died the same way. I prayed to Creator that he wouldn't go the same way he did. So please, if you or someone near you has an alcohol codependency problem, get professional help. There are so many resources now, people who want to help. Talk to friends or family members about it. According to the article, 10 signs you're addicted to alcohol. Some tells you have an alcohol addiction include lying or hiding about or hiding your drinking, blacking out regularly. You can't stop once you've started, having trouble in relationships, and having withdrawals. Alcohol affects your life negatively in many ways. It can affect your relationships and, more importantly, your health. Addiction is a sickness and needs to be treated as so. According to an article titled, Is There a Cure for Alcoholism? There are numerous levels of care when it comes to alcohol addiction treatment, including inpatient, partial hospitalization programs, intensive outpatient programs, and standard outpatient. After one has beat their addiction and gotten clean, they should continue to go to effective treatments such as AA or sober living. Now, although there is no set cure for alcoholism, there are many ways to sustain your recovery. Thank you.